Hi, Valeska. Hi, everybody, and thank you for the intro. Welcome to the trade seminar. As Valeska mentioned, these seminars are ones that we're running across all the regions as part of connection, helping the connections between our exporters and importers, and appreciate that people are joining from different countries and regions. So thank you for making the time to fit in today. It's the first time we've hosted events like this. So far they've been going okay and have proven a good way to connect people. But we're all obviously adjusting to how we connect and share information, and hopefully you'll find this as a useful mechanism to be updated by the MLA team, but also the opportunity to make some reconnections or connections commercially and look at what some of those opportunities might be for you. So hopefully it's successful for everybody today. We want to share some insights and intelligence into the red meat industry and showcase some of the activities and developments that have been undertaken by the Southern Asian team so far this year. And as part of this event, there's 16 Australian companies that are showcasing on the events platform, so the ability to connect, and the team will give you some instructions about how to do that. So please feel free to visit the showcase section and engage with the companies who will be keen to talk to you, I'm sure. We've got a great team that looks after Southern Asia, so based in Singapore and Indonesia, and it's really focused on capturing the opportunities that presented for Australian red meat, and certainly enhancing its profile in Southern Asia, and a real key priorities around capturing growth demand from consumers for a natural, healthy, environmentally sustainable product, and something which Australian red meat can really lean into, and we're keen to do that. And there's a number of programs which have demonstrated the efforts that the teams put in recently. The Beef Up campaign's a good one, which is it's been a year-long campaign around building, using red meat for young adults and building resilience to get through modern life. So a virtual media launch from Indonesia had really good uptake and interaction with journalists and articles following up from that. But there's been a range of digital and social media point of sale activities which have been developed and shared across retail chains in the region, connecting Australian red meat through to the modern consumer. Another good example of what the team's been doing, particularly in developing markets, is the work that was done around trade promotions and technical access in Vietnam, where we have a developing market that still takes live export cattle from Australia, but is also a growing meat market, and a very important developing market for us. And the team collaborating with industry organisations and government agencies in market to help build and develop the standards for importing and processing product, but also getting access for our meat products as well out of Australia. So just a couple of examples of the efforts that the team's been putting in that market to enhance the positioning of Australian red meat. The region's really important to us as far as our exports are concerned. More than 10% of our beef and close to 10% of our sheep meat goes into the market, nearly $1.5 billion in value. So very, very important markets for us, and a real growing opportunity for us as well. In this next 3 to 5 years, we're going to see unprecedented global demand for red meat proteins due to a reduction in supplies and increase in affluence. And while in the Southeast Asian region specifically, beef's a small proportion of the diet, it's certainly growing, and red meat's certainly growing as a proportion of the diet as the population becomes more affluent and looks to respond to that by consuming more proteins. We've got a real committed production system in Australia. Our producers see Southeast Asia as a very important market, both for live cattle and for box beef, and It's a very important region for us, and we have our international group headed up by Andrew Cox, who's our GM for international markets, that you'll hear from soon, based in Singapore, and then obviously the team led by Valeska in Indonesia, being very important hubs for us in the region. So thank you for taking the time to join the team this morning, and hopefully you'll find it informative and give you some good examples of what MLA has been doing in the market, and that you'll be able to make some connections, and collectively we can all continue to promote and support red meat consumption and happy consumers of Australian red meat in Southeast Asia. Thank you, and hope you enjoy the next little while with the team. Back to you, Valeska.
Thank you very much. As mentioned, we find that Southern Asia is a growing and important region, and that's why for this virtual trade seminar, we are actually going all out and doing a 2-day event. Today you'll hear about the outlook for the industry, and tomorrow we'll be joined with a number of panelists and producers to talk about the key trends in the red meat space. We have a stellar lineup, and once again, I'd like to thank our speakers and also for Jason for providing their opening remarks. May I now welcome our General Manager for International Markets, Andrew Cox. He's based in Singapore. Andrew, thank you, and over to you.
Thanks, Valeska, and thank you very much, Jason. Hello, everybody, and thank you very much for joining today's Aussie Beef and Lamb seminar. As Jason and Valeska already mentioned, this is one of a series of global seminars where we are running, aiming to deliver important information to the trade and also help maintain engagement between commercial players. Obviously, we can't recreate the feeling of physical events and physical trade shows, but we think this is the best we can offer right now, and hopefully next year we get back to more physical events and seminars. Recently, our industry launched a new strategic plan with the ambitious goal of doubling the value of Australian red meat sales by the year 2030. Since we export 70% of our beef and 65% of our sheep meat, obviously international markets are really important, really key to helping us deliver on that goal. Our industry's had a representative market and trade development office in the Southeast Asia for nearly 50 years. And in that time, we've seen the region become increasingly important for beef and sheep meat sales, accompanied by rapid economic growth and a shift to sophisticated retail, food service, and food processing channels. Today, we have staff in Jakarta, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, Hanoi, and Manila. The region is very much a key part of our international marketing team's strategy to help industry achieve the goal of doubling sales. And we're focused on 6 investment priorities. Firstly, building brand equity. This means efforts we make to position the Australian product with consumers via targeted promotions that build positive associations and purchasing behaviour. Secondly, increase physical availability. These are the customer-focused business development activities with the goal of generating more market share, more product formats, and more channels. Thirdly, develop educated ambassadors. This involves identifying those influential people in the supply chain who we can help become more knowledgeable about key topics such as our sustainable red meat production, eating quality, and food safety systems, nutritional credentials, etc. Fourthly, improve market access. This involves industry efforts to reduce the technical, economic, and political barriers to free and fair trade in our product. 5, co-invest with commercial partners, such as Australian exporters, Australian product distributors, and also customers to help grow sales together. And lastly, deliver trusted and high-quality insights up and down the supply chain. We want to connect more customers with more suppliers, help free up information such as our consumer research, and really help people make good business decisions with that information. Despite the significant disruptions caused by COVID-19 this year and beyond, we have great confidence in the opportunities to grow sales of Australian red meat in Southeast Asia. Our global team are ready to partner with you and help you with your business goals. Please don't hesitate to reach out to our team if you have any questions. And please also don't forget to visit the exporters who are here today and tomorrow, where you can find out more about their brands and meet with their senior sales